Eric, to go off of that, is everybody going to be available tonight? And how does this, I guess, shortened, condensed preseason and build up to the preseason kind of impact how you'll manage guys' minutes or make guys available or not available in these 3 games?
Yeah, and so let's see. KP's obviously not playing tonight. He's not on the trip. Hardaway will probably be a game time decision. He got elbowed in the rib yesterday, not serious, but we'll see how he's feeling. And, this is interesting because this trip is going to be a lot like what the structure of trips are going to be in the Western Conference, as you go on the road to play 2 games against a single opponent over a 3-day period. And so, we talked about it this morning a little bit that, you get to a town, you, I guess, settle in, for lack of a better term. But then you've got to get yourself amped up to play 2 games in 3 days. And so it's challenging. And the teams that adjust to this and do well are going to have an edge.
Okay, Mark Medina. Mark.
Eric, good to see you. Hope you're hanging in there. Just an off-court question in regards to the development with the vaccine. I was wondering, where do you stand personally as far as your comfort level taking that, and also just your position with overseeing the Coaches Association? Do you think that this is something that should be a mandatory or voluntary thing among coaches?
Yeah, I don't know about mandatory. The NBA will certainly research it thoroughly. And I think coming off of the success of Orlando and all that, I don't think there's any reason to question, the data that they come up with, because they research everything very, very thoroughly. Personally, I'll take the vaccine. My wife is an infectious disease doc. She's done research on these kinds of things for a number of years, and in her mind, it's really remarkable the progress that they've made in this period of time, and the results that they're showing, and the fact that I think the immunizations, or whatever you're calling them, the shots they're gonna start, I think, tomorrow or Monday. And it's going to be a daunting task to get everybody immunized, but it's provides great hope, and any shield of protection that can be provided, it's got to be considered, a very, very good thing.
Okay, Wayne Price. Wayne.
Yes, Rick, I was trying to see if you can give us an update on James Johnson. I know you had mentioned something earlier in the week about his knee.
Yeah, he's been involved in contact and practice the last few days, done well. So, he'll be available for, a stint of minutes. Not sure how many, maybe 8, maybe 10. We'll see how things go. But would love to get him, on the court in game type situation, and just keep getting him acclimated to what we're doing. But in terms of his recovery from his injury from, I guess it was early October, he's doing very well.
Okay, we'll do 2 more. Chris Henderson. Chris.
Hello, Rick. From the young player standpoint, from a mental side, this is their first NBA action. What were some things that you maybe instilled in them, from that standpoint, outside of, being on the court?
Well, I remember it well, even though it was many decades ago. My first exhibition game, I think we were playing in Hartford, Connecticut against the 76ers, and, you're excited. You don't know, when you're going to play, or, in some cases, if you're going to play. My message to these guys is always be ready for anything. I think that's a really important thing. Oftentimes coaches will put young players in situations that they don't expect to see how they respond. But, as I said, I like everybody. I'd like to get everybody some minutes tonight. I'm not sure if that'll be possible, but I'm hopeful.
Okay, last question, Eddie Sefco. Eddie?
Hey, Rick, I'm wondering along the lines of getting to a city like Milwaukee and staying a few days, what's the challenges of starting the regular season with 3 road games, 3 challenging games, obviously, and then also what potential opportunities might there be in starting that way?
Can you turn your video back on, Eddie? I want to see where you are. It looks like you're at the break of a cable network hunting show or something like that.
Not far from it.
Where are you? Are you?
We're out in the
The
country.
hunting season, is it officially started yet?
Deer season is going, yes.
No, I said deer season, not beer season.
Well, there's no such thing as a beer season. It's year round.
That's okay. There you go. There you go. I'm sorry, I missed your question. What was it again?
Well, just about starting the season with 3 challenging road games, but also maybe what kind of opportunities does that present for your team? Well,
I like the schedule. I mean, I love playing teams like Milwaukee in preseason. It's, they're a top team. They're a contending team again. We had 2 very competitive games with them last year. If you want to get tested, and this is, unlike a lot of preseasons where you've got 4, 5, 6 games or whatever it's been in recent years. Wasn't long ago we had 7 or 8, and players could kind of ease into the preseason. I mean, this is not the case now. I mean, we're playing in less than 2 weeks. And so you've got to jump into these preseason games. And so, again, as I mentioned before, this is an opportunity to play a very good team twice in 3 days, but also experience, what this new sort of travel thing is going to be all about in a lot of instances.
How would you assess Josh Green's play in his first game and running with that first wave of subs?
Yeah, I thought he was. I really just categorically like him a lot as a player. He goes hard. He knows the game. He makes purposeful cuts and reads. He can shoot the ball. He had 2 or 3 cuts that were big plays in the game, at sort of critical points in time. And defensively, he really fought Middleton when he guarded him and did a nice job.
Okay, Mark Caldwell. Mark.
Hey, Rick, knowing how important bench play is to you, what did you think of Brunson and Burke together, especially in the third quarter when that group with Brunson and Burke and Kleber and Cauley-Stein for that matter as well, when those guys turned the game around on the scoreboard in the third quarter?
Yeah, they were great. Really, I mean, they were terrific in the first half as well. And, that group has got some real synergy. They all, know how to play with each other. They move it randomly. They understand their strengths and how to help each other get good shots on offense. Defensively, they just, they fight together as a group. And so, they're running in the first and second quarter. That stretch, late first, early second was good. The run in the third quarter was even better.
Chuck Cooperstein.
Rick, what did you make of your overall perimeter defense, and especially the ability to take charges tonight? You took 5 charges.
Well, we, one of our goals is to be better defensively. This is a big challenge against this team. I love the way I think Kleber took 2 charges. Terry took 1 at the end. 1 or 2 other guys took them.
Yeah.
Those are big momentum plays in just the normal flow of an NBA basketball game, especially when you're on the road, So, I thought we were pretty good defensively tonight. I thought we had more struggles on the offensive side of the ball when the ball stuck a little bit from time to time. But we'll look at the film and see. But, in today's game, if you're going to be a good defensive team, it starts with your perimeter defense and your ability to play your guy one-on-one. And we feel we've gotten better, with our roster moves. And, now we're obviously, putting that into practice. And these 2 games against Milwaukee are really, they're really good games for us because Milwaukee is such a good team.
Dwayne Price. Dwayne?
Yes, Rick, what you saw out of Nate Hitton? I know he had 5 quick points at one point, and also when they cut it to 7, he had the 3-point lead to get you guys back up to 10 with about a minute to go.
Yeah, he's aggressive. Defensively, he's a physical, tough defender that has good anticipation. Love to see a young player get in there and immediately get a bucket. And in his case, he got 2 buckets. One was an inside play and then the 3. And that really helps you get into the flow. But my sense with him is that he's gonna play the same way all the time. He's gonna be aggressive. He's gonna take shots that are there. And defensively, he's gonna give you an all-out physical, tough effort.
Eddie Stefko? Eddie?
Rick, we're obviously not traveling, and the connection tonight was a little bit iffy on the video, but it looked like, as you said, Terry, excuse me, took a charge there late. He stepped into a 3-pointer. Overall, him and all the rookies, how did you think it went for them tonight?
Everything considered, I thought it went well. And when you formulate a plan for rotation, because, we weren't going to play any of our main guys exorbitant minutes. When you get a group of rookies out there together for the first time in an NBA game, that there's going to be ups and downs. But these guys did well. They didn't let, missed shots affect their effort at all. I thought Boban did a really good job of settling that group down and gave them a guy to play through. And look, it's, you saw what all these guys can do. And I think the big thing, you saw Tyler Bay really active defensively. You saw Hinton, making a lot of active defensive plays and really sitting down and guarding people. Terry took a charge. And the other 2 kids, Patterson and Gillespie, did a really nice job when they get in there. Patterson immediately, just walked right into a rainbow 3 that hit nothing but net. And, Gillespie made a couple physical plays and got a bucket. So, I'm happy for those kids. It's a big deal playing in your first NBA game.
All right, Coach.
Thank you.
Thanks for the time.